Okay, we have some relationship between the degrees and radians. Do you know the radians? How much the radians? That means the radians is that 340, and then it's continued. That is an irrational number, right? Irrational. And then this is the actually this p. We say that there is a radian, which means that 1p. We can change or exchange the degrees to the radians. From the radians to the degree, you can exchange the degrees and radians. Okay, that is the relationship between the radians and angles and the degrees. That I think you also know this. And then the third one, you have to know about the quadrant angles, which means the vertex coincides with the origin and initial side coincides with the positive x-axis. That means that initial side coincides with the positive. The initial sides, which is the beginning points, right? It's lying or the coincides, or maybe it's relating on this area, and then here is the angle, here is the angle, right? That is the alpha, and that alpha degree is equal to each other. And then vertex should be the coincides with the origin, that point. Okay? That the initial size coincides should be x right. So that's why that in this side you can say that which quadrant is that. This is the first quadrant, right? That is the second quadrant. That is the third quadrant. And that is the fourth quadrant. Or you can say that this is the first quadrant. Okay, we have the quadrant. What is the first quadrant? Which means that 2dk, right? Because the p is equal to 180 degrees, right? So that's why the first quadrant angle, that we say that alpha on this interval should be lie. And then for the second quadrant, it should be lie on this, and then on this, on this. And then I told you we have the acute and obtuse angle, which means that acute angle that less than 90 degrees, that obtuse angle, which means that more than 90, less than 180. Okay, do you have any questions about the angles and radians? Hello?
No, I don't have any.
You don't have any question? It's very easy, right? Okay, let's look at this one. First of all, the answer.